everyone, my name is Jess and today I'm going to discuss with you how to handle rejection in sales and manage your emotions. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It would help me out a lot, and you'll be reminded that every single Monday I do post new content. Okay, so rejection is inevitable in sales. We're all going to go through it. If you're new to sales and you are scared of this part, don't worry, it does get easier, because when I started in sales many years ago, I was so nervous to just get on the phone. And hopefully these strategies I share with you today will just get you a little bit more comfortable to either switch over to coming into sales or help you get that tough skin, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. And I want you to get into that mindset by the end of this video or in 6 months of practicing these strategies that you'll get there too, because it does take time. You don't automatically get comfortable with rejection. So my number one strategy would be do not take it personal. Now, this is harder said than done, but when I'm talking on the phone with a customer and I've had customers yell at me before, I've had customers hang up the phone, I've had customers reject even responding to an email or a phone call for months. I wouldn't say years, but for months. And when you have a job to do and you need to reach out to this client and get some sort of, response, it is so hard to not take it personally of like, why are they not answering my phone call? Why are they not answering that kick-ass email that I sent? So it is really important that you just have to get in the mindset that this is just my job. This is just what I'm paid to do. I am paid to try to find if this solution is going to fit for this customer. And another thing that I put in my head is A, sometimes it's a really bad time for a customer. B, they don't know what I'm trying to sell them and they don't know how great of a product this could be for their business. Maybe they don't have budget. Maybe they're going through a family crisis or a drama. There are so many reasons why people don't pick up your phone call or answer an email, and usually 9 out of 10 times it has nothing to do with you unless you are harassing them or really annoying them and they really are an unqualified lead. And that really helps me not take things personally. It's just my job to reach out. It's just my job to sell this fantastic product. And if they're not going to respond, that's okay. I just have to keep trying, right? And you almost have to put this in writing. You almost have to put it on your desk to say, like, don't take things personally. It's just a job. Nothing is going to happen, if they reject you. You just move on to another customer. Now, if you get a live rejection, all right, like if a customer decides to hang up the phone, I've had a customer say, hey, work on your sales pitch and call me back in a month when you have practiced this. Because a little story here, I decided to do a sandbox environment where I was not really trained to do a sandbox. And if you don't know what a sandbox is, I set up a software environment where I wanted to walk the customer through some of the awesome features of this software. And it completely blew. I did not really qualify the customer. I didn't really understand what their needs would have been for this software. And as I'm walking them through how excited I am about the tool for their business, it just didn't hit the mark. And they told me, like, we're done this sales pitch and hang up. And that was really, really hard for me. If this happened at the beginning of my career, I probably would have melted in my chair and cried. But this happened maybe 4 years ago and I just needed to learn from it. Okay, why didn't the customer like this? What did I do to, drive them to that point to say, just stop? So the learnings really were, I didn't qualify this customer. I didn't understand their needs for this software for them. I was showing the things that I was excited about for the software for them, guessing and assuming what they would want the software from. Take a lot of the guesswork out. I don't think it's ideal to guess with customers, especially large enterprise customers. It just will not, or even commercial customers. It just won't land right. And most people don't have time to hear your practice pitch of something that you are excited about. They want to save time and they want to save money. And so do not waste the customer's time. And I had such a good learning from that rejection that it's become part of my story even at Dell. I talk about it often when people are new into sales, and I just go, practice, 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 practice your pitch. It's okay if it doesn't land. That was probably the most embarrassing. I had another colleague on the phone with me, and the only thing you can do is learn from it, right? And move on. And I never did it again, right? You learn from it and you don't do it again, and your pitch gets even better. So that is probably the best strategy, is practice and learn from it. Practice and learn from it. Now, the next strategy I have is self-care. Who are you talking to that understands your career and your sales and your rejection? You need to find some self-care. So whatever helps you relax, whether it's, sometimes I have a candle lit on my desk that helps me relax. Sometimes it's a meditation, a podcast, a book, walking outside in the beautiful sun, just self-care, because it is hard to be rejected every single day in your job. So find little things throughout your day while you're working that can help you, refill your rejection cup, if you will. Now, the next one would be focus on the positives. Focus on, how did the call go? What did you learn from it? Did you make maybe a new connection that you never had before? Maybe you connected after on LinkedIn. So they rejected you from, buying the software and they didn't want to buy it from you, but you found a meaningful connection with that customer, or you had fun, or you laughed a little with that person. Whatever it is, I find there's a lot of people that go through their day-to-day, Monday to Friday, and there's nothing positive that they have to, write down. Another best practice could be writing three positive things or one win of the week, and share it with your team. We've implemented this in a team meeting structure where we talk about one win and one challenge. And I'm so excited to hear the wins. And the people that always come short and never have a win of the week, I feel bad for them, right? Okay, so you're working Monday to Friday and you don't have one win of your week. That should be some self-care for you, some self-awareness to either switch jobs or start looking at your job in a positive way. And just doing this on a weekly basis, writing it in a notebook of what the positive win was of the week, can help you transform your mind to liking your job or finding the positive, of course. And lastly, stay motivated. So there's going to be ebbs and flows in your sales career where you want to cold call and you want to call people all the time. And then there's going to be times where you just feel unmotivated. So what are you going to do? Think of doing an activity. So whether it is getting a box of paper clips, and every time you call a customer that day, move a paper clip from one box to another box. And if you only see one or two paper clips and you should be calling 10 people, then that can help you stay motivated to call. And again, maybe I didn't say it, but the paper clips are your customer calls or customer interactions. I've seen people do rocks and little rock gardens and moving stones from one garden to another. I've seen people write names and numbers on a pad of paper to say, oh wow, I called 15 customers today. You need to find tactics that work for you to stay motivated, because we're not always going to feel super excited to call customers, especially if home life is hard, the economy is hard, you've had rejection all week. It's really hard to get back on the phone and do it. So whatever little tricks and tips that can help you stay motivated to call customers, do them. They do work. I really like the physical product, whether it's rocks or paper clips. I'm not so much of a writer on paper, but something fun to keep you going. And then you're gonna have to switch it up, right? Those paper clips and rocks will get boring and you'll want to do something else. So reward yourself, right? Reward yourself after every win, or after every 10th call or 20th call, something like that. Because when you're working from home or even an office and you are just making dials all day, it is challenging sometimes, let me tell you. So those would be my strategies on how to handle rejection in the sales world. It does get easier as time goes. I feel like I don't know, it's been 13 years of calling and doing sales, and I just love it. People are people. If you like people, just take the personal part out, and everybody is busy. Everybody has a story. And if you like these videos and you have other sales questions, feel free to comment below. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.